And we are back at it with our WCW Thunder US Heavyweight Title Tournament. Round number one is I'm going to try to get through what I can get through here this morning. If it turns, I'm going to try to see how far I can go, and even if it means I have to cut my mic near the end, like I did during the last stream where I had the last couple of matches where I had to just get them through and I had to cut the mic. A little update on those, saw as Dave Hoffman got the pinfall over Flapper, and we saw Crush Steph do a run-in for Flapper in that one. And then in the last match, which was a rematch from the Melly tournament, MC Mike avenged his loss to Chicken Boy there by winning the count out or time limit, whatever. To get, and you could watch the video. It's up on YouTube right now of part one of this U.S. Heavyweight Title Tournament to see how MC Mike got the win there. But we're gonna get back into it with the rest of. We're gonna try to finish the rest of round number one here today. And we're gonna start off with a WCW versus a Wacky. Mike Enos will take on the. Look at it through OBS. No, I don't know. Ready? Good. I just made sure that I turned my phone on. I forgot to do that during the first match of the last tournament. I was able to save it during the Piper match and it fixed itself. So we'll continue on. And hopefully we'll finish this top half of the bracket. We almost got halfway through, but ran out of time. I do plan, as you can see, here's our Nitro stage, first match out. This is the stage we're trying to work on cleaning up, but I just think something will help me with it. I gotta figure out I gotta choose the ropes. I feel like I didn't change up the ropes just so blue and have to change the
One, kick out.
So we're working on it. We'll definitely get a hand of that.
One, kick out.
I might plan on doing some things here, and maybe even do some pre-recorded ones. Once we really, once I get to these tournaments, these two single tournaments, the US and TV titles, whatever tag teams, whatever we don't have yet to establish for tag teams, I'm just gonna probably do some random streams where I will set up the tag team partners, and those will be without commentary after all, they'll just be. I'll just have to figure out a way to put the text on the screen so you can see who gets to be paired with who. And that'll be kind of done like that. But I know definitely once I start doing the actual stimming, there's going to be times where I will have stuff that'll go straight to YouTube and will be pre-recorded. As well as maybe a couple of that might be pre-recorded here, but I think honestly this will be more your life for Nitro or Hoopies. That kid you saw coming versus the world definitely is scary. I might post some pre-recorded ones with those, especially after I set the tone for him. Especially right now, behind the 8 balls, even though now they got out the rank, and Venus right now has the timer working not in his favor. Basically, hold him out there a little longer. Venus got the switch nose driver there, not enough. Getting close. 15 seconds for Venus. Bessie might catch this one away. Gets in, gets out. And it's gonna be Bessie. Survives. Mike Venus out. Bessie will be coming. as that will be our first winner here. Bessie advancing on. As now we go into an Inland versus Wacky matchup, as it will be. Buttons ain't working on my camera. Up that work. The ever popular John. Take on Crush Death. I had to make sure I saved because it's an Inlander, and just in case we get 5 o'clock Tony in any capacity, might as well just make sure we protect ourselves. Now, Crush Death, as we mentioned, did a run-in for Flapper. If Flapper does a run-in, Crush Death will have a tag team. John has got a run-in courtesy of Dynamite Johnny, but also has run in for Jamie the Learn and Dude Man.
Vertical combo.
Against Jamie's Learned or Dude Man, another tag team partner. So far, we only have one tag team partner that is established, and that is one tag team has been established. That is Raylan Ma and Sanders Keel. And we saw in the first round of the the World Heavyweight title tournament. There are going to probably be some tag teams that will establish before the end of this round, I'm very sure. Particularly, there are a couple that should be if everything goes to Hoyle. The front runners including Arn Anderson, Lex Luger, and Jim Keeley. If they can get a tag team partner, if they get a run-in, they'll have a tag team partner. That's going to be the other thing when I start getting to the point where tag teams need to establish them. I may have to up the time limit to make sure that they get running. So when I do those random streams, well, called tag team establishment streams, after the tournaments are completed, the singles tournament, that should definitely speed up the process before I go into my tag team title tournament. Let's go two for the Wacky. Right now, he's got I'm not on his side, but John gets in with John Ardell, not the same. And Crush Death off the over. Met with the Frankensteiner. Also playing is trying to do the vertical streams as well on this thing. So maybe there's a possibility of getting bugs involved with it on their phones. But when Crush Death, you have to getting the beating gas on John with the weapon. Here comes the run-in. Who is it going to be? It's going to be Short Circuit coming in to help Crush Death. Ironically, Short Circuit and Crush Death. I believe they might have been run-ins in the Melee tournament. And maybe opponents. I do know they had some sort of they were involved in some way or shape or form during that tournament. And so now they're coming to try to stop John. John has got his the deck stacked, and Short Circuit helps Crush Death advance on. And now they'll have to and another matches into round number 2. And unfortunately for John, he's out of here in round number 1, and I know that was not something a lot of the viewers want to see. They were not wanting to see Short Circuit and Crush Death double teaming a developer. But now we go into a normal match. A very normal WCW match. the couple of rants.
Goldberg here. If you pick me, you'll find out who's next. Ah!
And so you take on
Yo, Monkey Boy, listen. If you ain't all jacked up, then hit the bricks and pick some other loser. But if you are jacked and you are ready to let someone feel the bang, pick me. It's not like there's a choice anyway.
this was a match that would ultimately happen. Would have happened by the time this game came out if they would have the match at Halloween Havoc, but this game was still in development. It just finished being developed before Halloween Havoc came out, as evident by some of the clips we're going back to around September. Goldberg did a run for did a run in for DDP. And now he's facing DDP. But DDP has done run-ins, well, not for nobody. So we got one who's only had a bunch of run-ins, and Rick Fuller, Booker T, Sun Yono, and the aforementioned Goldberg. Everybody else, Goldberg has had nobody. So now Goldberg has probably established a tag team partner right here. He has a potential tag team partner if everything goes to hell here. We might have some dropouts here, unfortunately, while trying to stream, it looks like. I think that's the only problem I noticed, is the fact I had a couple of, it looks like I had some dropouts. Hopefully this is not going to be a problem. Dropouts to the thing. I mean, the internet's been usually fairly okay with me, but I mean, the last couple of days has not been the best. I just haven't been able to figure out why I can't seem to get everything doing coherently since I came back from Long Island. The last month in this last game, and it seems that it is. Here, Goldberg.
One.
Second, the bottom half is the first ball rocket. You mentioned we have all our wrestlers except for two that got a first round bye, and those being Vincent and Benji. Ironically, the winner of this match will face Benji in the next match. Getting a little edge on Goldberg here. Diamond cutter on Goldberg. Goldberg has a damage on his phone. He took this at him and Goldberg. Goldberg's gonna have to try to not a comeback. Diamond cutter again on Goldberg. Now he goes for the cover. Nope, not even a 3 count. Not even a 1 count. Not even one. And a third diamond cutter. Still can't get the pinfall. He made that no one's going to call the run-in for Goldberg.
1, 2, 3.
Wins, but he'll only get 2 points. Nobody seems to believe that Goldberg down the shopping. 2 diamond cutters it took for DDP to beat Goldberg, and one of them got a kick out at not even a 1 count. So DDP advances on. As we go into our next match, and it's a wacky in-fight between Cycloid Beta and he's going to take on the always popular Hoof-Hearted. Wireframe did a run-in for Adam, who had Adam do a run-in. But nobody else ran in for him. He's done a run-in show. Just Adam's done a run-in. Hoof-Hearted, on the other hand, had Sailor do a run-in, has had a few different run-ins as well. Had Bobby, Arjun Barge, Gorilla, Claude Rains. He's got a few potential candidates. Let's just see how that will play out if there's going to be a run-in here. We didn't get a run-in in the last match. Goldberg was really behind the 8 ball, and nobody from WCW couldn't call anybody from WCW thought he could tough him down. It didn't work out. 3 diamond cutters basically did it for him.
Frankensteiner!
Round 2 in the World Heavyweight title, but then loses to Cowbell. Hardest got the pipe.
Taking a beating.
Taking it to Wireframe. That's fine, but Johnson. Probably gets in. Wireframe gets in, he gets in time as well. They got a match. Okay. Now we go into a WCW versus Flock cruiserweight match. Well, there's only a couple of cruiserweights that are in the Flock. Well, you know, Eddie Guerrero is going to take on the only other cruiserweight really in the Flock, and that is Lodi, because we already had Kidman, who's already got past his first round match. So now we'll see Lodi, what he could do. Eddie Guerrero has a run-in already. It's become Spice who did a run-in previously. Lodi has none. Which flock members are going to come to do a run-in for Lodi? Eddie dominating Lodi right now. Does Lodi call for a run-in? He had so far one run-in today, and that was Rush Death. Falling in short circuit. Trying to get some light back. He's finishing the frog splash, but we have to go for the top rope before. I don't know if this strange AI will be confident to do a top rope finisher. He doesn't have it. Now Lodi's got the guitar, smacking Eddie with it. Now the milk. And how the tide has turned. They both are in the red now. Time they have to crumple him. Pile driver. Eddie gets back in the ring. Eddie gonna get back in the ring. Gets back in just in time. Chavo's coming out to help his uncle. Well, we've got Eddie and Chavo. Uncle Eddie and Nephew Chavo with Los Guerreros. Central Tag Team. Lodi's still in trouble. I mean, Lodi is not called a flock member yet. Round number 2. And so, now we get to the match that everybody that once challenged set this match up is the match that 2 years in the making, and revenge has been chomping at the bit for one of them, and that is Sargent. And he's gonna take on the Pig Killer. Remember the Melee tournament? Katsuyashi put the Dragon Sleeper on Sargent. Now, let's see if Sergeant can get his revenge. Or the Wackies have done very well, as Bessie won, Crushback won, Hook-Hearted won. Can Sergeant continue the winning ways for the Wackies here today?
One, keep it down. One, keep it down.
Hayashi has no run-ins yet. Sergeant has Starfish. He's also landing for Astronaut, landing for the Chief. As he's really looking at the Cavs with that Louisville slugger. Both get back in the ring, but right now Sergeant's got the edge on Cavs.
Driver.
Can't turn it into a win.
One, keep it down.
Okay. Good. Lock in. Nope. And here comes Eddie Guerrero again. We just saw Eddie, after winning the last match over Lodi, is now helping out Kaz Hayashi. Now
Guerrero's working it out.
to the ire of everyone, it's now taking 2-on-1 to take down Sergeant, as Eddie Guerrero is out to kill Pig 2.
Taking a beating.
Oh, and Sergeant just got in time. Wow. I thought he was going to get counted out, and he just got in at the last second. Did Sergeant get a run in? The Sergeant even the odds. Eddie's taking the powder now. Eddie's job is done. Sergeant's going to have to get back the momentum that he lost, thanks to that run-in by Eddie Guerrero.
One.
He might still need a run-in to save himself. Ah, axe kick. Could this be history repeating itself too? Yeah. Kaz, while it wasn't as brutal of a beating as the last round, comes out on top, and his Sergeant cannot get his revenge. Yeah, I know now Eddie Guerrero. Ironically enough, Eddie Guerrero facing a wacky in the form of Hoof-Hearted would be fitting to have Sergeant do a run-in for Hoof-Hearted to get even with Eddie Guerrero, costing him that match. As we go into our next match, another Wacky versus WCW, as Psychosis will take on Mantis. Both of these two, well, Mantis was a favorite to go the distance, but then ran into Veal and got completely obliterated. And Psychosis is pretty much the same thing. Actually, Psychosis, I believe, ran into Conan. Let's check that. Nonetheless, probably, would have been tough to take down Veal anyway. Now they face off here in the first round with someone's going out early on.
One. Keep it down.
Well, the streak of Wacky came to an end thanks to Kazuhiro Pig Killer Hayashi once again
Over Bob.
beating Sergeant. this time with help from, not without help from one Eddie Guerrero.
One. Take it out.
Sergeant had a chance to get the win.
One. Take it out.
Unfortunately, nobody came to lead the Sergeant.
One.
At least the one thing I could say with the first match with Kaz and Sergeant from Nelly's tournament, at least Tiffany Payne tried to do a run-in, just ran out of time because Kaz hit the Dragon Sleeper and that was it.
One.
Now, Psychosis does have a submission finisher as well, the Tequila Sunrun. You saw him use it during the World Heavyweight Title Tournament. Yeah, so the win.
Power bomb. Frankensteiner.
I think I might make that a clip, the Kaz match with Sergeant. And again, move around.
Frankensteiner.
If Psychosis gets into the ring, Mantis is going to run out of time. And Mantis is out of here, round number 1. Another shocker. No gracious, is Mantis running it. That's going dominant the first couple of matches. After 3 matches with Wackies winning, these last 2 have been the real wrestlers coming out on top, with Kazuhiro Hayashi and now Psychosis. As we go into our next match, and it's going to be an announcer versus a real wrestler, as it will be Iron Mike Tenay, and he will take on a member of the Horsemen. Loading.
Silent but violent. Step into the ring and find out what it's all about.
The graphic obviously is from Nitro on the PSX. Hence why the differences. Like I said, some of the images that you see on the character select were recycled from Nitro. Now Benoit, who saw only get a run-in from Mongo, but has not ran in for anybody else. Today, got a run-in from Larry Zbyszko, but has not ran in for anybody else. So they can create another potential run-in.
Frankensteiner! One! Now!
And so far we have not gotten into any THQ guys yet, but we've got through everybody else. Well, Wolfpack we haven't got through. We haven't got through NWO Hollywood, Wolfpack, or THQ. Now we're going to the Horsemen. Benoit. Still have a couple of Horsemen left. We still have Arn Anderson yet to he'll be coming up as well. Arn Anderson right now is a favorite to get tag team partners, and the only one he hasn't really did a run for was Benoit. I don't think he's going to need to right now because, well, Tenay gets in the ring just in time. I was about to say, he's about to be a count out, and Benoit was about to take the victory, but that's not going to be. Here comes the running. Who's it going to be? It's Doug Dillinger helping out Iron Mike Tenay. Now they do a double team on Benoit. Iron Mike Tenay now has Doug Dillinger as a potential tag team partner. There you can see McMichael again. We just saw McMichael do running for Benoit earlier, so now that was I think when he lost the Shalani. But now he's doing the running once again. So McMichael, I do believe Dillinger is already in the next round because he beat Rey Mysterio. McMichael is also in the next round. He just beat AC Jazz, so McMichael still has a chance to go all the way. Can he help Benoit win this one? Right now, Tenay still has a little bit of an edge. Benoit is going to have to try to get some right stuff. Unfortunately for McMichael, he's not really doing much with the passive stuff.
Vertical suplex.
Now Benoit doesn't help to kick some right things. Then Tenay get the hip toss to keep it that. Benoit gets thrown through the ropes. With the taunt, but Benoit's about to hit him with a pipe and got met with a Frankensteiner at the counter.
Chicken butt.
Benoit still wants to try another turn then.
One.
Go.
Take it down.
Goes for a pin. Two. Nope.
One.
Not gonna happen. Good play. Get control here. 1, 2. Nope. Benoit's going to try and talk some more, try and get some life back. If we're getting down to the wire, probably going to be close to that 1 minute, within the 1 minute time and 1 minute warning.
One.
Good. Line games. Frankensteiner, that might be enough for help Mike Tenay get the win. If he's got substantial lead, Benoit's getting a lot of work to get him back in. Oh, that ain't gonna work for him. Benoit needs a weapon now. Oh, got him and got caught. Mike Tenay's gonna get this one. I thought Benoit was going to get one shot in and couldn't get it. Head scissor counter. Mike Tenay is going in. Out goes the crippler. But after that one, we now go to a Wacky versus another Wacky versus WCW guy. The Chief takes on the Cat. I don't see anybody really watching our feed right, obviously on YouTube right now, unfortunately. So, watching on Twitch. So of course you can catch it on the YouTube or catch the VOD later for the next week before we put it up on YouTube. So the Chief did run-ins for Tiffany Payne. And has had Sergeant and Cowboy do run-ins for him. Miller had Larry Zbyszko do his run. But he's not managed for anybody else. The Chief made it to the second round. He made it to the third round, if I recall, in the USW Class Tournament. Well, we're getting close to the. We're both getting close to the time. Let's count out, but we get back in time. Okay. Looking for running. Who's coming in? Here's Short Circuit again. Circuit, who came in to help Crush Death beat John, is now coming in to help out the Chief beat the Cat. From the Chief team.
Bob. What?
Short Circuit has been causing a lot of havoc ever since he lost to Kurt Hennig in the first round, and I was figuring that point that out. But now Miller trying to announce the comeback to try to keep down this Wacky. But right now, because WCW has won the last couple over the Wackies, can we make it 50-50? Well, actually, right now, Wackies have won with Bessie, but then the other two, with Katayashi and Ugoshi, still them. So there's a chance for the Wackies to go 50-50 against WCW. Trouble. Once you make a call for running. That's illegal. So now another Wacky advances on. As we go into our next match, and it will be an inland developer against our first nWo Hollywood member, as it will be Cobra save it because he's gonna take on nWo Hollywood. One of my favorite rants in the game. One of the actually when I talk about top 5 rants.
You want to take him down? Well, let's take him down. 1, 2, 3. It's my game. This is where I live. This ring is my square circle. I live there, I fight there, and I survive there. You want him? I got him. Let's beat him.
Scott Norton. Now, Cobra has done run-ins for Jamie Learned and MC Mike, but nobody's ran in for him. Scott Norton ran in for Brian Adams. Said Kurt Hennig and Hollywood Hogan do the most. So there's a chance to get Brian Adams. Cobra could get Jamie Learned. Cobra can get MC Mike. The guys who don't aren't in Nitro on the PSX. Scott Norton should have been one of those they should have put in the game. Names that he never did. There were like a few members of nWo that were left out of that game, I know definitely. If they'll put 6 in there, they'll put Conan in there, but they won't put Vicious and Delicious in there. with the hands on Cobra. Cobra caught for a run-in. Trying to get a comeback for him. Yeah, now. Back in. Cobra better get up and get back in the ring. Cobra gets in for some time. Now it's continuing.
Taking a beating.
Thank you to come. 2, 3. Not moving. Not moving. Cobra, literally. Scott Norton advancing on, taking nWo Hollywood to round number 2. Now we go into a back half WCW match between an announcer and a wrestler. Tony Schiavone, who went far in the World Heavyweight title after beating Hogan, but then ran into Veal and got completely annihilated. Had a chance to actually get him, but Veal just muscled his way through it. He'll take on one half of the Public Enemy, Flyboy Rocco Rock. Schiavone, who's done run-ins for Bobby Heenan and Larry Zbyszko, has gotten run-ins from La Parka, Barbarian, and Sonny Ono. Rocco Rock did a run-in for Prince Iakea, but has yet to get himself a run. Maybe he'll get Johnny Grunge, but let's be real, it's been hard to try to get the Public Enemy partners to do run-ins for each other. Everybody else fought each other. Johnny Grunge has been getting others, and running into others, and Rocco Rock is doing the same.
Now.
Finisher counts, yes. We've had DDTs with the Diamond Cutter 3 times, but not get a pinfall. He had a chance at the second one, but then they...
Steiner! One.
The second DDT did the Diamond Cutter went for a pin, and it got not even a 1 count. Goldberg just no-sold it.
Vertical.
In time. Something else, if we're talking about 40 guys, so Ric Flair, you know, is more of the big, you know, journey he's trying to keep out finding a little bit Ric Flair, Nitro characters in the game proper. Same thing with Tony Schiavone, because Tony Schiavone's got moved in the Nitro. I mean, the guy that was brought over from Nitro was in the back half, but didn't get in the ring. Because he moved to the Nitro, or basically the backstage like the clothesline, diving clothesline, the movie players, 60 stack three-steps, and then he finishes the flying elbow. This team's got no moves. Because he's the backup. This sadly being the only video game that featured Johnny Grunge and Rocco Rock. No other game is in it.
Here comes Guerrero!
And here comes Eddie Guerrero once again. He's coming in, but who's he helping? Who is Eddie Guerrero helping? Yes. They get in the ring when everything's going on.
One.
He's helping out Flyboy Rocco Rock.
Guerrero's working out.
Eddie Guerrero, he won his match, helped Kaz Hayashi. Was the reason why Sargent got screwed against Kaz Hayashi in getting revenge. Is now coming in to help out Flyboy Rocco Rock taking on Shivani called to do a run. He got some candidates. Got to be done. Eddie heads for the hills. Shivani's going to have to rebound himself. Rocco running, he's getting out of time, and he's going to lose. Rocco lost. Eddie Guerrero has just been wreaking havoc ever since he won his match against Lodi. He helped Kaz Hayashi, now he helps Rocco Rock. Is he really trying to get himself some tag team partners? Tony Schiavone, who lost, beat Hogan in the World Heavyweight Title Tournament, is out of here in round number 1. Very similar to when the Melly Tournament, where he lost to Kimberly in the first round. But now we go into another nWo Hollywood member, the other half of Vicious and Delicious.
I'm buff, I'm tough, I'm the stuff, and if you don't pick me, well, I guess you're just not enough.
And she will take on an announcer, another announcer, Tony the Tiger, Stagger Lee Marshall. Lee Marshall has only done a run-in for Doug Dillinger, but nobody's ran in for him. Buff has had the Disciple do a run-in and has run for Kurt Hennig.
One. He kicked it out.
So if he gets Hennig to do a run-in for him, he'll have a tag team partner. There's a couple candidates that goes out thinking, okay, they're going to get themselves a tag team partner, and then something happens, and all of a sudden they get bumped
Final
out.
driver.
Sure that I had Kendrick Steel Lane or not step properly to run into group to make sure they are against the running people. So we've got a few PH2 guys coming up. Green Philly still John down still has really June John Ardell. We also have Sanders Field, but Sanders already has practice on we already did Don Howard, Layla Maz already wrestled. Dave Hoffman advanced on to the next round. Don Howard did advance to the next round. Basically all the TH2 guys were in. Leyland, Don Nauer, Dave Hoffman, they all advanced.
One.
Right now they're 3 for 3.
One.
Maybe talk more about this page you guys when we get to it. Edge on Lee Marshall. Got the pipe. That's a big thing is coming in to help Lee Morrison. Trying to get even for WCW to take down the nWo. Steve. Thing is unstoppable as we heard. I thought he was getting running, but Bagwell's down the verge of the count now. And there we go. Lee Marshall wins it. Bagwell gets counted in. Hey, everything is WCW to take down nWo. Now we're speaking of WCW nWo, but not necessarily the nWo Hollywood guys, but this time it's going to be a Wolfpack member, the first time we're seeing this morning here. And a favorite to get himself a tag team partner.
I'm absolutely, they call me the total package. You know why? Because I'm the finest physical specimen on the planet Earth today. You got the guts to take me on?
As he will take on someone of a mate that these two did not, I don't think these two have ever wrestled each other in, certainly not in the 1991 era, but maybe in 88, I don't think so. I mean, I'd have to go check those information. But he'll take on the living legend Larry Zbyszko. Zbyszko, who's got himself a handful of runners: Rick Fuller, Canyon, Kimberly, Tony Schiavone, Jimmy Hart, ran in for Ernest Miller, and Mike Tenay. So he's got himself some candidates. Luger basically just needs either Sting, Macho Man, or Conan. He'll have himself a tag team partner. He could also get himself Kevin Nash, but Kevin Nash did not get a running, was not running for Kevin Nash, so all it would do is maybe establish for the TV title tournament or anything, provided it advances on. It would just mean an increased chance of getting the others except for that.
Frankensteiner!
Just Nash is out of here and then another round. Zbyszko, he went a few rounds. Gets up around one here. Luger gets in to get the pin, face the pin. Zbyszko better get himself in, yep, but he's not going to do it. Luger's going to win. So, just like that, Luger, this is on. And I think we'll have to wait to see if he can establish the tag team partner in round number 2. But at least he won. We just saw our first of our Wolfpack members. Now we're going to see our Horus from the flock take on our first THQ developer in Canadian Jim Keeley. Now Jim Keeley has definitely can get himself a tag team partner right here if he just needs to get a run in. John Ardell, he's done a run in for. He's done in run-ins for John Ardell, John Maurer, and Dave Hoffman. So he should have himself a tag team partner one way or another. If everything goes to Horace. Horace ran into Reese, and he is yet to get into the television. Really, the block members have been not really doing much running. There's action going on over there as far as he's got a shot at him. Sometimes he's got some, sometimes he hasn't. Got a couple run-ins. You know, Raven just recently did a run-in for Sick Boy. Sick Boy did a run-in for Scotty Riggs. There's not that much action on the outside of the channel.
Vertical suplex.
Back that horse is just on his horse Boulder. We didn't mention Hogan. So he was Hulk Hogan's next. He was Hogan's next.
One. Take it out.
Basically, Tony Boulders from Horace Boulders and Perry Boulders.
Take it out. One. Take it out. One. Take it out.
I think for sure, whoever Jimmy Cooley picks out, if he gets a run in and gets to put the tag team partners, then that will automatically mean that whoever's remaining will be a tag team. So we can establish 3 tag teams. Right? We established 2 tag teams in one. If everything goes, if someone doesn't run into Jimmy Cooley. There's only 6 PH2, actually 6 PH2 developers. So you've already got 2 of them with the tag teams, me and Mara and Tia and Theo. You can establish the other 2 tag teams in a matter of time. Really, the only 2 factions that have appeared to be running. Who is it going to be? It's going to be Dave Hoffman is helping out Jim Keeley. Here's your tag team, Dave Hoffman and Jim Keeley. Dave won his match, and here comes Raven to help out Horace. So now we have Dave Hoffman and Jim Keeley in the tag team. And Raven and Horace is now. And Jim Keeley wins it by countout. So we know our tag teams are Dave Hoffman, Jim Keeley, Anders Leyland Ma, John Ardell, and Don Nauert. Sometimes my thing seems to do that. So now we can actually do is, before I forget, I should go here, go to select sheets. Let's actually put it back into THQ because, well, it's already done. So, John Ardell, the only one of the other THQ guys left. He will be teaming with Don Nauert, and he'll take on Spice. The night. John Ardell and Don Nauert is your tag team number 3. So we have 3 tag teams that have already been established. Dave Hoffman and Jim Keeley, John Ardell and Don Nauert. So now everybody that's gonna be
Vertical
anybody who's established on the other side will be now. So now we have 3 tag teams that are all your THQ teams. So THQ is now basically going to exist for anybody who's already been established in tag team. So once we get anybody else, they'll all go to THQ. We'll send them all to THQ land. So far, that means 4 for 4 for THQ. THQ is so far still undefeated. Can our John Ardell make that 5? Or can Spice, who got knocked out in the first round by Dean Malenko, when she tapped out to
Vertical flex.
go farther here. She did go to the second round of the Melly turn, but then ran to Rick Steiner. Count out. Ardell gets in before the count, and
The Frankensteiner.
he'll get the count out here. That's 5. 5 for 5 for THQ. John Ardell advancing on. And it will be an in-fight for THQ in the next round. Jim Kelly and John Ardell. So somebody's guaranteed a third round. They're guaranteeing 1 THQ in the third round. Now we go into a rematch from the World Heavyweight Title Tournament.
If you're a true Jericho-holic and you pick me, I promise you'll never, ever lose this game again.
Chris Jericho will take on the man who, well, thanks to Tony Schiavone, knocked him out in round number 2 of the World Heavyweight title. That's Bobby the Brain Heenan. As they use the generic Thunder music instead of an even flow riff off that WCW had for him at the time. Jericho's only done a run, has had no run-ins except for he had Fire help him out during the match against Heenan in the last tournament. Heenan, of course, we've seen Jimmy Hart, Tony Schiavone. Two run-ins that we've mentioned before. He did a run for Rey Mysterio. And that's really it. But can Bobby Heenan make it 2 straight over Jericho here in round number 1?
Now.
Outside the ring. Jericho's got a little edge on Heenan. Does Heenan get a run in? That was how he beat Jericho the last round time. And here it comes, Kaz Hayashi. Kaz Hayashi, what is going on here? We had Kaz Hayashi who came after beating Eddie Guerrero, after the whole thing with Sargent, is now going to help Bobby Heenan beat Chris Jericho. So Jericho out of here in round number 1, thanks to Bobby Heenan. Thanks to Kaz Hayashi, actually. That is something. Bobby Heenan now has Kaz Hayashi as a candidate. And Kaz is in the next round, so there's a chance that could be a case. And so now we go to a match that can be considered normal. They probably face each other in tag team matches, and I don't know if they faced each other in singles. Definitely not singles matches, especially in 1998. Meng will take on
So you want to step in the ring with the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? Step in the ring with the greatest technical wrestler in the history of the WCW.
Bret Hart. Now, Bret Hart only had a run in from AC Chaz, but nobody's ran in for him. Meng has done a lot of run-ins. We just saw him run in for Che. He ran in for Fire. We just saw him running for Lee Marshall. Niji Oakland is yet the only one who's done a running for him. So he's got a couple Nitro Girls and Stagger Lee Marshall. No Barbarian, though. So the face the fear of not done any run-ins for each other. So if Jericho, people wanted Jericho to get knocked down in round number 1, you got your wish. Bobby Heenan's got 2-0 on the King of Loopholes. Talk about polarizing this tournament. You have Eddie Guerrero, who helps out Kazuhashi beat Sergeant. We had Short Circuit do a run in to help Crush Death beat John, and he did a run in again.
Bob!
A lot of heel work going on right now. A lot of whose side is who on. This would be something if we're doing like a pro wrestling sim project and you just want to align people randomly. It'd be so wacky. I don't usually play around pro wrestling sim, but I know that is something in and itself.
Power Bob!
I know there's not anybody watching the Twitch feed right now. It's still early in the morning here in Eastern Time Zone. You can always check it out on the vlogs on Twitch and the video on YouTube at WrestleSim. Both places. Twitch and YouTube. Blue Sky, X. You know the thing. Let's do it a bit. Three count. No, not another one. Next up, we've got a Nitro Bro versus a Wacky. Shed takes on Zoot Suit. Zoot Suit has done run-ins for Tiffany Payne, but nobody else has ran in for him. Che did a run-in, has had La Parka and Meng. And that's it. Has not done run-ins for anybody else. In case of one who needs a run-in and the other one who hasn't run in for anybody else.
It's a surprise attack! Backbreaker!
And today, coming in to help out Che win. He doesn't really do much, but it's a win for Che. Mike Tenay now has a potential tag team partner candidate because Tenay won his match over Chris Benoit. Now we go to another normal match between Block member Van Hammer against Laparka, the OG, the chairman of WCW. A little Jack Corner called. He wants his corner back. Van Hammer did a run-in for Reese, but nobody's ran in for him. La Parca ran in for Jimmy Hart, Che, Tony Schiavone, and Alex Wright's gonna run in for him. Get back in the ring, we're getting close to the count out. Now we're back out. One. Get back out slide. Hype Laparca trying to come in and help Van Hammer. flock member, giving the running for another flock member. For Horace, even though he just got knocked out of the tournament thanks to Jim Keeley. So now, for when we get the TV title tournament, the chance of him getting himself a tag team partner. Parker might need to call for a run-in soon. Parker's in trouble. Time for a running call for the Parker. At this rate, he wants to save himself in this tournament. Nope. Dan Hammer wins. This is out. Hammer, that's done. Now we got another Nitro girl. Form of Fire. Take on another flock member. We continue on with the flock brigade, but this time with the leader.
Pick me. Pick somebody else. Do whatever you want. Leave me alone. Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
Even who's done run-ins for Horace and Sick Boy, but he didn't have a run-in. Fire has had Meg and AC Jazz do run-ins for her, and also doing for Jericho.
Article 2. God, whoa, quick!
The upper edge on Fire. Tight. Fire make a run-in call. Fire's got the barrel, chucks it against it, and it's lost. And he gets a life back. Get this first round completed. Fire's got the edge on Raven. Sick Boy. Here's Sick Boy. I do believe that might be a tag team establishment. Let's see. Sick Boy, yes. Raven and Sick Boy. We have our first real wrestler tag team. Raven and Sick Boy. Now, 4 tag teams have been established. Raven and Sick Boy is tag team number 4. Looks like Raven's gonna get the win here. Raven wins. Fire could not get it rolling, but Raven got the run to get Sick Boy. So Raven and Sick Boy will be a tag team now. So now I will do is I will make that proper adjustment, get them out of the flock so they don't have to leave it for candidates for others to be involved with. As now we go into, speaking of, we put them in the THQ bracket, so they will be out of the mix here. As here's your next pair will be a THQ, our first tag team establishing team, Sanders Keel. He's not looking for any tag team partners, but Tiffany Payne, on the other hand, is absolutely looking for a potential tag team partner. We've got 4 teams already established. All our THQ teams have been established. Now we've got a flock team now has been established. Tiffany Payne ran in for Cowboy. Has had Zoot Suit and the Chief do run-ins for Brandon Tiffany's team. Funny, you can probably have Raven or Sick Boy do a run in here for Sanders Keel. By the way, the THQ team is right now 5 for 5. Sanders Keel is the last THQ developer remaining. Now, unfortunately, Sick Boy running to Raven is out of competition. Lost the Hoop career. Now, the one thing I will point out is when you put a regular 64 roster talent in a wacky or developer group, they get the default WCW/Horseman roster. So you'll get them on the generic stuff not in there. Basically, what they wear in Nitro on PlayStation and 64 and PC will be what they wear if they're in any other factions that are not. The only groups that have custom costumes are Hollywood, Wolfpack, and the Flock. 4 costumes conventions where you find out the tag team wrestling. It only happens with the main characters. It doesn't happen in Lockable Tag. With the night thing, you can't get 5 or but you get the titles and you unlockable characters and seeing them against where the top of the characters. It's amazing. This is the way you can get Eddie Guerrero outfit with
One.
And one just out there. Yeah, I think they're doing all that.
Driver.
Let's do this barrel by people paying the stuff that is just a little stuff. Gives Tiffany Payne the edge over Sanders.
Taking a beating.
PHQ would be this deck was pretty much grow from here. Remember to do PHQ shaper. We just saw Raven and 640 become on the table.
One.
More to come. It's easy to use all the way established tag teams like that. You have a group of individuals to do tag teams. Very good at getting them away from pick up the run and here's it. Okay, it's John Ardell. John Ardell's coming to help out Sanders Field. Stop Tiffany Payne. John Ardell, who's established the tag team with John, who's now between Penny and Don Allen. For the World Tag Team title. As it becomes up a clean attack by Tiffany Payne, John Ardell to try to stop Tiffany Payne. There was a flush. Yeah, Sanders gonna have to catch. Take the punch.
Taking a beating.
Sanders Field might get this one. Pick up the run and here's it. They won't now. Because Sanders Field wins them. But the shooter was handling it around. He was coming to try to aid up. Wireframe is trying to come out for Tiffany Payne and ran out of time. Oh, Wireframe came up short. Here. But Sanders Kill advances on. As you go into a normal match, and I know this is not a rant you want to hear, but hey, fair games against everyone.
I'm Rick Steiner, the Dollface Grill. Pick me, because when I get in the ring, I'm gonna bite, kick, and scratch, and nobody thinks I'm gonna pull them off.
And hopefully that might be the only time we ever have to hear it at all this round. Because Prince Iaukea wants to turn him back. Even though the funny thing was that Rick Steiner did a run-in for Canyon in the World Heavyweight Title Tournament. Now Rick ran in for Canyon and ran in for because
One. Take it out.
the Barbarian has ran in for him as well. Iaukea ran in for Jimmy Hart. He's had Rocco Rock and Doug Dillinger do run-ins for him.
Vertical suplex.
So with Wireframe and Tiffany Payne out right now, there is a chance to maybe get them as tag team partners if we get to the season titles. So far, 6 for 6 from all our THQ guys. And the funny thing is, the next round is going to be Sandy Steel gets newly joined THQ member Raven. So once again, you'll have two quote-unquote in THQ guys advancing on. But the only reason they're THQ is situational. Once we get through with the tournaments, once we get through this part, and once we get into the actual tag team title tournament, we will default everything down. For the
Vertical suplex.
that'll be my project when I'm working on updating when I'm not streaming and loading up the page. Here's all the THQ guys and using that as kind of I don't know what the word is called. Here comes the run and who's coming in to help out? It's Tigress. The Tigress is coming to help out from Sayakea.
Kick butt.
And this helped Rick Steiner to help Tigress not to help Sayakea but Rick Steiner. Work for the count out, but if Sayakea could get some shots in when he can, and seems to say the same for the Tigress. If you give Sayakea that edge that he needs to maybe get the win. He gets thrown out of the ring, so leaves Steiner and Tigress one-on-one in the ring. And there goes Tigress leaving the ring. Engage. Oh. And get the win. What's the problem?
1, 2.
We're really gonna pinfall there. Just the dog face German. Spine buster. Here he goes like that. That IK doesn't have any finisher moves. Any special moves. I guess you can give him like the headbutt. I mean, he could be fitting to give him the swan dive headbutt. I know that if I beat him in Nitro, which I've been trying to figure out how to do, but I've waited a couple miles in there, I'd make sure he would have, the headbutt as his finisher, which is Benoit's finisher in Nitro. For PlayStation. Because he didn't start doing the cross-face stuff tonight. Let's go for a cover. He was not going to be the time to do it. Had a better chance earlier. But now they are pretty much dead even. From that spiral that Ayakea had is turned to the side of the dog-face gremlin. It's going to be close. With 1 second remaining head scissors. This is back by Ayakea. Can he come enough? One straight cover. Not going to be enough to do that. Another head scissors. This might help. This might be what Ayakea needs. And it's going to be a win for Ayakea. Rick Steiner out of here in round number 1. Here's Ayakea. The minutes is on. Now we go from that to One of the more popular rants in the game.
Hey! You gotta pick the animal, baby! Because there's no way anybody is gonna be animal! You ever seen an animal drop on someone's head?
As he will take on an inland developer. The form of Stingray. Make sure I save. Hopefully we can... Where am I at now? Still got about a quarter of the way remaining. Got about maybe 10 matches left in round of it. Including it. I mean, maybe 11 match after this. If worse comes to worse and I have to eventually cut lights, I will do that, and I'll just at least get this tournament complete, this round completed, knowing it's going to be lost in store, and just catch you all up to snuff as far as partners and tag team partners and anything like when we resume. Stingray has a run-in from Sleep Deathbed, but he's yet to have anybody run in for him. The Anvil has not had any run. Well, actually, he had AC Jazz. AC Jazz ran in for him. It's just they get done run-ins for others. It's just they had run-ins near me. Yes. Famous for stretching out Brett's tights. Yes, welcome, WrestleDev. Sorry I haven't really been checking the chat. I was just away for a while. I was watching everything else on the side. Yes, every match is, most part, every match they count. We've had yet to have a finisher finish. That's the one thing I have noticed, that we usually had some more finisher finishes. The only finisher uses that we've seen was the Diamond Cutter for DDP against Goldberg. We tried 3 of them, and one of them actually got a kick, they didn't even get a 1 count. And so, he only got a 3 count, but he got it after hitting other moves. Yeah, I mean, hopefully there was some dropouts earlier according to the stream, but it seems like everything's been okay ever since. So hopefully I'll see how far I can go on this, and if it means I have to mute my chat, get to a certain point and just interact in the chat, that's what I'll do. I'll leave comments in the chat, so at least you can have some, anyone wants to chip in and chat with me on that, I will let you know when we get to that point. But right now, we're just stressing along and just seeing how far we can go. My objective is to get this book down in the books.
Power bomb!
All two, anything like that comes around, will be determined. Even if it means I have to do one without commentary, it's just completely interacting in the chat. I'll have to figure out a way to put I just have to figure out a way to put the chat box up on me to be able to get it recording. Sandro might get counted out, and he does. Wow. The Anvil out of here in round number 1. As an inland developer advanced around with the panel. That's a surprise. But now we go into a wacky infight. Starfish will take on Chrome Dome. Now, Chrome Dome has not had any run-ins at all. Starfish ran in for Arjun Varj, Sailor, Cowboy, Sergeant. Nobody's ran in for him, though. So there's some candidates he could possibly get.
One, get it out. There.
Don't forget, spread the word. Come check out WrestleSim here on Twitch or subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get this channel to grow and more content will be coming. Of course, WCW Backstage Assault and versus the World tournaments are coming soon. Maybe I'll get back doing some more Summer Coliseum stuff. Maybe I'll do some Legends of Wrestling 2 stuff. Who knows? Hopefully be able to get some more modding done and we can get some new stuff. If we can figure out a way to get that. I know definitely Vendetta is is on the cusp of having an editor made. So someone can finally make WCW Mayhem 2 a what if. What a lot of the roster that was projected to be. Well, there are probably several folks that were supposed to be in that game that you've seen through the various previews of such, whether it be the animation clips or drawings. Makes me think of reality. I just need to figure out how to use Gidra, which I know if anyone knows about Gidra or about decomp and disassembly, would definitely help, especially if you want to break down some of the PSX games like here in Thunder that make more of a accurate WCW of an
One.
Seems like Starfish behind the 8 ball here is thrown down.
Pile driver.
Pile driver to make it. They're pretty much right there, giving it their all. You can follow WrestleSim at Blue Sky. Yeah, looks like if we don't have another one, looks like Starfish could get it. And Chrome Dumb gets in just in time. See any run-ins? We've already got 4 tag teams already established, and maybe we can get a couple more by the end of this tournament. It'd be nice if we can get one more, but we've got 3 already just in this tournament itself, just today. Like we're getting 1 established back in our first round of the world title.
Taking a beating.
Chrome Dumb's in trouble now. Starfish going for the cover. 30 seconds left. Kick out of 2. Chrome Dumb's going to make a run in it. You want to have any shot at winning. think is not that it's going to do much for Chrome Dome. He's going to need a lot more, and it's going to be running at that time. Starfish. Advance is on. Starfish, who does the Scott Steiner bicep kiss taunt. As now we go from Wackies to a WCW versus an inland developer. As it will be Big Rick Fuller take on Dynamite Johnny. Now Rick Fuller ran in for DDP, ran in for Larry Zbyszko, ran in for Psychosis, and Rebecca Higginbottom's the only one who ran in for him. Dynamite Johnny ran in for John, ran in for Chicken Boy, ran in for Benji. Nobody's ran in for him though. Well, yep, nobody's ran in for him. He's ran in for Chicken Boy, Dynamite Johnny, and Benji. Chicken Boy, John, and Benji.
Vertical.
2 hours with this stream. I mean, I tested a little earlier. Okay, I'll see you. I mean, well, if I don't see you later, WrestleDev, check out the VOD and check out the YouTube of the part 1 that's on right now. It looks like I have 2 viewers, which is good. At any moment I can call the stream or go into mute mode as far as my mic is concerned for the remainder of round number 1.
Wild driver.
Count it. Book it back in time. Got it. We're going to join in case he shows up. Maybe he can also get Veal doing a run in and to establish that Dynamite Johnny could have a tag team opponent like a giant beat. Because if anyone gets Veal or Dynamite, if you get 5 o'clock, at least there's, or if you get Veal, there's a chance that if anything doesn't happen to the others, you can get yourself Veal at 5 o'clock Tony and it could be your ace in your pocket. Well, to Veal to ace in your pocket. 5 o'clock Tony is one of the for him. So you can have yourself one or the other. You can have your guy to basically run roughshod over your opponent, your back against the wall, and the other one is kind of the broken. Put him to run, and who is it? Who is it? Is that John? Stingray? I can't tell. It looks like Stingray. Yes, it's Stingray. Dynamite Johnny wins it. Stingray doing the run into Dynamite Johnny. I'll have to check on that. Like, if it's Stingray, such a tag team partner, because Stingray, did he win his last match? And then we go into a match that never happened because it would have been an unfair, one-sided match, but
am Ultimo Dragon. だからゲームやる人よく聞きな。あんたゲームで勝ちたいか。よし、この俺を選んでくれ。絶対に勝つから。
And he will take on
Pick the powerhouse of WCW because I'm big, bad, and dangerous to know.
Dr. Feelgood ripoff. I'm pretty sure this was for Wrath. I do believe that was Stingray who did it running for Dynamite Johnny, so there's a chance maybe Stingray could get Dynamite Johnny in the next round because Stingray just won. Ultimo Dragon did a run for Psychosis, had Psychosis running, but nobody ran in for him. Wrath had Glacier do a run in for him, but he's yet to do a run in for anybody else, so we're both in the potential tag team partners. Whoops.
One, now.
Wrath who lost in the second round. Actually, no, he won this. He made, I believe, the third round in the world title tournament after beating Layla and Ma in the second round, avenging his loss in the Valley tournament. So if we go farther here, we go possibly to the U.S. heavyweight belt. He's in on Ultimo. Some trouble. Back into it. Possibly will help his cause. Here comes Spice. Well, actually, no, it's not Spice. It's AC Jazz. AC Jazz is coming to the aid of Wrath.
Driver.
Yeah, trying Ultimo back down. Ultimo still running. Okay, here it is. Who is it? Mike Tenay is coming in to help Ultimo Dragon. Well, they both have potential partners. I believe Mike Tenay's still in, so if Ultimo doesn't run in from Mike Tenay, that's a tag team. His life back. Oh, Wrath. He's in. Belly to belly, coming to meet Ronald Mike today. suplex.
Vertical suplex.
Suplex return. And taunting. We both near the edge. Near the panel. 25 seconds left. Off taunts. Better get back in the ring in time. Oh, Raph just throws Ultimo into the corner. Oh, but Ultimo gets in in time. 13 seconds. They play the mind games. Up, Ultimo gets back in. Now Raph might get the win here. Push it down to the wire. I don't think Ultimo's gonna have enough. Oh. Raph wins it by the count. Well, Ultimo maybe had a shot to get him, but Raph prevails. So now we have that, and we go into another match that's a little more likely to be normal. I don't think they could probably have faced off in some capacity in their careers.
You can stand up to the challenge of the British Bulldog, the strongest wrestler in the WCW. Well, come on, step in the ring with me, and I'll take a bite out of you.
And he'll take on one of my favorites, always the entertaining ones here.
When you step into the ring with me, you are gonna find out what it's like. I'm looking out on the left.
Put the Apocalypse. Not put you, not anything else, just put the Apocalypse. I didn't pay attention to that when I first played the game, when I got it 25 years ago, until I saw Melly's video when they plays a clip, and then I realized that what he said was put the Apocalypse. Melly and Aaron both laughing at that. Now for the Disciple, he ran in for Buff Bagwell. He ran in for Miss Elizabeth, he ran in for Scott Steiner, he ran in for Eric Bischoff. He has not ran in, he's not had anybody running for him. Maybe he'll get a tag team partner, who knows. The British Bulldog ran in for Roddy Piper, Tigress, Chavo Guerrero. Nobody's ran in for him either.
The Frankensteiner!
So these are guys who ran in for others, but nobody's ran in for them. In Fall Brawl arena, ironically the arena where Bulldog suffered the back injury, taking that bump on the trapdoor that the Warrior was supposed to pop out on, and led to him leaving WCW to go back to WWF for that little short run a year later. And now I'm going to have to mute my mic, so unfortunately, actually I think I'm going to have to stop this show here. I got 2 hours, so thank you everybody for checking out the feed. I was thinking I was going to, maybe actually, no, I am going to let this, I'm actually going to finish this feed because I'm not going to be on the mic because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 matches left in round 1. So I'm going to get them all in, but I'm going to be muting my mic, and any notes I will let everybody know in the next stream of what will become, of what happened, and who's tag teams, and run-ins, and results, and whatnot. So, of course, follow on Twitch, YouTube, Blue Sky, WrestleSim, you know the drill, and I'll catch you all around. Here you still get the rest of round 1. We've got this match of Jamie Lillard and Arn Anderson, Saturn and Alex Wright, Wrestling Matt and Randy Savage, Cowboy Fit Finley, Bobby and Arjun Barge in a rematch, and Gucci and Rick Rude will be our last match. So I'll catch you all down the line. Be sure to follow my social medias for the next time I come in. So I'm muting Mike, but here you got some action without my commentary. I'll interact in the chat if anything, if anybody's watching this on Twitch live. So check out the following.
control. The Bulldog needs a break. The Frankensteiner! The disciple is relentless. Driver. One. Keep kicked out. Power bomb. One. Keep kicked out. looking at? Are you gonna pick me or not? Because we all know I can wrestle rings around the competition.
Hey man, here's Alex Wright, the German. If you want to know what the Germans are about, pick me and you're gonna have a hell of a victory. I promise!
Pile driver. Power bomb. The Frankensteiner. Backbreaker. One. Keep kicked out. Backbreaker. One. Keep kicked out. Off the turnbuckle. Right, looking great. Saturn's getting pounded. Backbreaker. A Wonder Kid wins.
Ooh, yeah, I'm the Macho Man Randy Savage. Don't make a big mistake. Get with the madness. That's what you want to do. Oh, yeah.
Off the turnbuckle. Backbreaker. Pile driver. Head scissors. a surprise attack! The Frankensteiner! scissors. Head scissors. The Frankensteiner. Head scissors. Head scissors.